Tuesday, June 18. Whom do we worship? In the last days, the great controversy will be played out in a dramatic way over worship. Do we worship the Creator, or do we worship the beast and its image? There is no middle ground. The first angel of Revelation 14 urges men and women to worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea and springs of water. Revelation 14 verse 7. In further support of heaven's appeal, the third angel reveals the dire consequences of worshipping the beast. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Revelation 14:10. By contrast, those who worship the Creator are described as keeping the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus in Revelation 14:12. Creation is the basis of true worship. We read in Revelation 4:11, "You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honour and power, for you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being." Since God created all things through Jesus Christ, as we read in Ephesians 3 verse 9, Satan hates the Creator and has attempted through earthly powers to change the Sabbath, the memorial of creation, as we read in Daniel 7:25. He will speak against the Most High and oppress his holy people and try to change the set times and laws. The holy people will be delivered into his hand for a time, times, and half a time. The coming conflict over the law of God focuses on authority. If Satan can eradicate Sabbath worship, he will declare that his authority is greater than God's authority. To accomplish this, Satan will attempt to convince or coerce the entire world to accept a counterfeit Sabbath. However hard it may be now to see this happening, as we've noted before, the world is changing dramatically. The COVID-19 crisis showed us that overnight our world can become a different place. Though we don't know the details that lead to the mark of the beast, it's not terribly hard to imagine. The world is very unstable, and with the amazing technology out there now, what the Bible warns about can indeed come to pass more quickly than we might now imagine. Read Revelation 13, verses 13 to 17. What specific penalties are inflicted upon those who do not receive the mark of the beast? Revelation 13, beginning at verse 13, "And it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to the earth in full view of the people. Because of the signs, it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast. It deceived the inhabitants of the earth. It ordered them to set up an image in honour of the beast, who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. The second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name." Those who are faithful to Christ, as opposed to following the beast and its image, will face economic penalties as well as the threat of death. Humanity remains what it has always been: corrupt, power-hungry, and violent. However much we don't yet know about exactly how the final events will unfold, it should not be too hard to envision end-time persecution. Though written in another context completely, these words in John say it all. Talking about Jesus, John wrote that he had no need that anyone should testify of man, for he knew what was in man, in John 2, verse 25. And so, to finish today, think about the corruption of humanity and the evil that humans are capable of doing. Why does this show how easily final events could come about? Also, even more important, What should this sad truth teach us about guarding our own hearts? This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.